Welcome to the Randy Savagery Show.
If they're gonna cancel me, they're gonna cancel me. I don't care. Go ahead, do it. Why are we gonna talk about it? You know why. This is the Randy Savagery Show. It's about the love. It's about the passion. I'm trying to make it through life, but this shit is tough. Every day we meet a different.
Guys, so welcome to the Randy Savagery Show. We got a lot of things that are brand new to bring to you. We're going to talk about the start of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, which actually just started today. Beep. I think there's a list of 3 CEOs that inadvertently stepped down today as the trial started. Boop, boop, boop. And then also, this is breaking news at 12:55 today. We had a shooting at Oxford High School in Oxford Township. This is actually Oakland County, and this is close to heart to me because this is where I was born and raised, Oakland County. Only about 15 to 18 minutes away from where we are recording this cast right now, ladies and gentlemen, there was a shooting at this high school. A suspect has been taken into custody. 6 people were injured in the shooting. So far, it looks like there's been no deaths. Thank the good Lord. Yeah, so let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. So I think it's interesting to me because, so I'm a block mason, you know, we work in schools. I don't know if it was this specific school, but just open these anti-shooter doors. And it's like a locking mechanism based off of the sound of a gun. So like the whole school would be sectioned off, and that shooter, I guess, would only just murk whoever's stuck in those 2 doors, that 2 area, to be honest with you. But it would be less casualties than, you know, the Columbine situation or Virginia Tech, you know? Wow, this is a bit heart-wrenching, you know? This is so close. And I say it all the time. It's an issue with Gen Z. It's an issue with, you know, the people my sister's age, their children right now, they're 10 years younger than me. You kids have been brainwashed to believe that you're basically like a singular entity. And if life sucks so bad for you, you're like, I'm going to take everybody out with me. Your food is bad. The exercise you guys are getting is horrible. You're being indoctrinated to believe that genders don't exist. You have no moral codes. You are not really taught how to stand up for yourself, right? But you do have video games. You play them constantly, and they're simulated realities of what, you know, exists. So you're a scrawny child. You don't know how to take care of yourself. You're getting made fun of constantly. You find it easier to go grab a gun rather than to learn how to fight. And I mean, it's expressed in the rap game right now. It's expressed through Gen Z. You guys have not been taught to stand up for yourself, to respect your fellow man. You know, in my day, in my high school, I never worried about a shooting, right? I never feared someone coming to school with a gun. I swear to God, not one time. You know what we did in high school? Kids fought hard. And don't get me wrong, I've seen I remember at Milford High School, I saw this kid fight another kid with a broken wrist and just get his fucking teeth smashed out of his mouth, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, even in my time, school was brutal, but it was brutal in a different way, you know? Like, I think one kid maybe growing up got hit in the back of the head with a golf club and died. Like majority of the time, nobody died. There was broken arms. There was broken limbs. People were missing teeth. People got false teeth after some fights that I watched go on in my high school, man. And I grew up in a really nice area in Metro Detroit. A real nice area. I mean, highly populated with Jewish people. I was like one of 2 people of color, you know, there. So, I bring this back to the parenting of Gen Z. Gen Z, overall, you're weak. Overall, the weakness that you guys succumb to, which is not all your fault. Please don't believe I'm saying that. This is an agenda pushed way higher than your parents. You're weak, you're afraid, and it's easier just to grab a gun. You know a gun can protect you and murder your enemy. You know, when we were growing up, it wasn't about pride. You know what I'm saying? Our parents gave us pride in who we are. We said the Pledge of Allegiance, even if we don't believe it, even if we knew that the Iraq War was BS. We still understood that this is our ground and we are connected through this concept that we are all Americans, you know? Gen Z so divided. You guys pretend to have little TikTok ticks and whatnot. Y'all wild, baby. Y'all wild. Yeah, but let's see, man. I really wanna try to find what's going on with Jack Dorsey, and I'm gonna keep you guys up to date. If anything else pops up about the shooting, I'm gonna make sure that I keep you guys up to date on what's going on. All right? Perfect. All right. So I really want to know about Jack Dorsey, though. He looks like a homeless man. God. Why is that? Why you get yourself $100 billion and then you be like, I'm gonna look homeless. I'm telling you, man, I just don't get it. I understand maybe you don't need to flaunt everything and have all the big chains and the big wheels and deals, but don't go the other way. Homeless people don't want to look like that. You're sick. All right, let's get into it. So, in a surprising development, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey announces publicly Monday via a tweet posted to the social media company he founded that he would be stepping down as CEO of the company. Twitter CTO takes over as CEO immediately. According to Dorsey's statement, Twitter's chief technology officer, Parag Agrawal, started as CEO effective immediately. Dorsey went on to note in his resignation message that he plans to finish out his term as a member of Twitter's board through mid-2022. He further stated that he will not stay on as a board member or as the chairman beyond that time frame. To give the new CEO of Twitter the space he needs to lead free of its founders' influence or direction. Okay, all right, I can dig that. Leaving for founders' fatigue or fresh focus elsewhere, his message went to great length. After almost 16 years of having a role at our company, from co-founder to CEO to blah, blah, blah. You don't need to hear that. Anyways, so this dude steps down, right? But Ghislaine Maxwell stepping up the trial, baby. Ha! Man, oh man, it's wild, guys. You know, I've spoke about it before. Ghislaine Maxwell is a, you know, she's a British mogul. Her father, I forget his first name, but he was a media mogul. He actually owned one of the largest media companies in either London or England. I don't know, fact check me, fact checkers. But yeah, so she comes from an unusual amount of wealth. Her father died under unusual circumstances, and it's believed to be that he was of the Mossad. He was a Mossad agent and actually most likely murdered. From the research I've seen, you know, this is speculation, but for actually playing both sides, he would buy weapons at a lower cost and then sell them over to, he would buy weapons like from the Iraqis, and then he would buy weapons from the Jews, I'm pretty sure is what it was, from the Israelis. And then he would sell those weapons over to their enemies at a higher cost. And thus, the weapons that he sold, you know, he was literally killing the people that paid him the first time. You know, he was doubling up on the money. I don't know, whatever. And he was a Jew. So, you know, he was making money off of Palestinians arming up to kill his own people. He was not the nicest guy. As for Ghislaine Maxwell, I'm still look at her charge right now. It's not like she ain't looking at no life sentence, man. So, you know, it's not even that big of a deal what she's looking at. I'm not. You know, I do hear that it's hard in there for her, though. I hear that she's getting ogled. She's getting ogled by the gods. She says that the gods have been ogling me. I haven't been able to take a proper shower. I have a black eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you fucking traffic so many kids. Nobody cares about your black eye, bro. God damn. Yeah, so let's see. I think it might be the CEO of Meijers. I really want to know. So CEO of Meijers steps down. I couldn't tell if it said Meijers. Supermarket news. Yeah, boy. This is also breaking. So this is a developing. That's probably always kind of hard for me to find, guys, because this is literally dropped 2 minutes ago. Hot. It's a hot week, baby. All right, so Boyer to step down as co-CEO of Meijers Week. Paul Boyer will step down as CO, Chief Executive Officer of the company by year's end. Though he will remain as vice chairman of this executive board, Hank Meijer, with whom he has shared the title of co-CEO since last year, will remain as sole CEO. The company said Boyer, 66, joined Meijer in 1970 and ran the chain's membership warehouse operation called Boyer. I don't know. It kind of looks like it jumped to something different, but yeah. This man, coincidentally, is also from my area. The owner of Meijers and the Meijers family is actually residents of Birmingham, Michigan. And they're actually one of the richest families in our state. And I would love to see maybe in a month's time if there is any connections between Jack Dorsey, if there's any connections between Boyer, and if they are all in any way connected to Ghislaine Maxwell. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, people. These are rumors for 500 years. The amount of alleged children that you take from one spot to another spot to get filled up in their spots. I mean, you're a monster. You're a monster in real life. Monster. I mean, I don't know, man. You guys tell me what you think. What do you think is really going on with Ghislaine Maxwell? What do you think is really going on with Jack Dorsey? Yeah, what's really going on with Boyer, right? Yeah, CEO of Meijer. Why is everybody stepping down when Ghislaine seems to be stepping up? Wild, man. There hopefully will be some more developments when it comes to the shooting, because I would love to see what we're looking at. I mean, I know what we're looking at. I wonder if they're a freshman. I wonder if they're a senior. I wonder what they are. You know what I mean? Are they a white kid? I want to know if they're white. I want to know if they're black. I want to know if they're Hispanic. I want to know what they are. I want to know what's going on. Are they transgender? Right? Well, I I feel as if, like, if we're all going to accept that this transgender thing and gender fluid is a thing, then are we also going to accept gender dysmorphia, which is an original, it's an abnormality of somebody's thought process. They literally work on it. Because I know that there was a transgender kid that I think got 500 years, a 500-year sentence for shooting up their school. You know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't grow up with the fear of school shootings, and I definitely see now why you guys. I remember when I was putting those doors. Boy, was I wrong, huh? That's like a thing now. It's wild, ladies and gentlemen. It's wild out there. We're living in a dystopia, basically. I mean, dude, they keep pushing the metasphere every single day. There's a bombshell. Oh my God, dude. You guys remember in 2018 when we used to have flash mobs? Remember the flash mobs? Remember when people would, it would look like everything was normal, and then people would end up like, and they had the whole choreography, and it was phenomenal. That was nice. 2017 and 18 was nice. I think there's flash mobs in 2021 too, though.
It's been a string of retail robberies over the past week in California, several in the Bay Area where a large group stormed into the Louis Vuitton in Union Square, and a mob of about 80 hit the Nordstrom in Walnut Creek. Police are seeing similar tactics.
They were clogging the streets with their vehicles. They had crowbars and were running out with property.
Days earlier in nearby Concord, a group smashed through the cases at a jewelry store inside a mall during business hours. California Governor Gavin Newsom is calling for more state spending to prevent or...
I'm pretty sure I saw some flash mobs in California, and I saw a couple flash mobs in Chicago. So California, Chicago. Or actually, I'd say Chicago, California. Not to the people. I know I got family that lives out there. Not to the people, but yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a flash mob of 80 people, and now these flash mobs are getting out of control, right? Because 2021's flash mob. It's different. They cut the dancing out, they added the weapons, and now they're leaving the stores with the items without paying. And I'm talking 80 deep. 80 deep. I mean, the video is outstanding. You see these muff is just going balls to the wall. They hit a Home Depot and they stole nothing but hammers and like crowbars and ratchets, which means that they were literally stealing the tools to get ready to really get to stealing. You know what I mean? Like they're not even really started yet. They just stole the tools they needed to really get to breaking into stuff. And oh, Dios mío. It is. Let's see what that is. Yeah, thirsty. Hold that thought. Got people like Ghislaine Maxwell, who's only looking at 5 years, who's fighting for her life to try to get no time. And we know that she's a billionaire off of selling little kid ass. Everybody knows it. You feel me? I don't know, guys. To me, it's just... To me, it's just like, seems to me that we are controlled by whatever the phone says. Whatever the media pushed in front of you makes you believe seems to be what you usually believe. And I feel like there is barely anyone talking about that. We are almost completely under mind control when you think about how much you scroll. When you think about what the scrolling is now putting into your psyche. You are what you watch, and it's being fed to you by Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, all of these things. Remember, people, even if you hate our country, if you hate the left, if you hate the right, if you hate the this, if you hate the that, when you wake up in the morning, you wake up in America on this soil, which is stolen land, I understand. Unless we can collectively feel united enough to at least want to keep where we lay our heads, another country very soon will probably come in here and take us over because infighting is stupid. And I think we're smart. I don't really understand it. But that's just me. All right. Man, I really want to know, a little bit more info about the high school shooting. There are 3 dead in the school shooting. A 15-year-old sophomore at Oxford High School in Michigan was taken into custody as a suspect in the shooting. So the developments have changed, everybody. That's right. That's how fast this world changes. We went from only 6 injured to now 3 dead. Yep. 3 people believed to be students were killed during a shooting. Today at Oxford High School in Oakland County, Michigan, outside Detroit, 1 suspect in custody is a 15-year-old male who was a sophomore at the school. Oakland County Undersheriff Michael McCabe said to the press conference. Now let's see if we can see the suspect in custody. I don't think we will because I think they're a minor. Yeah. Yep. I doubt. Oh, here we go, though. We got a little bit more. We have 1 suspect shooter in custody along with a handgun. We do not believe there are any other at this time. So they got the weapon. They got the kid. Man, 3 students killed. Who knows, the backstory behind it so far. But any way you want to flip it, man, it's sad. 3 kids shot dead, It makes me sad. It just wasn't the way that we did it, It wasn't the way things went down back when I was younger. And, man, these kids it's like, in my mind, they must really think I got nothing left in life. Because you're going to get caught. There's no way you're going home after this. In my mind, the only way these kids had, made this type of decision was I got nothing left. I got nothing down here. God damn. Yeah. Parents walk away with their kids from the Meijer parking lot in Oxford, where many students gathered following an active shooter situation at Oxford High School in Oxford. Damn. Gen Z too, yup. Yup, a lot of Gen Z. Yup. Man, I bet those kids might be rethinking the way they feel, though, you know what I mean? Is it really so important to fight over each other's gender, right? Because y'all shooting each other in the mouth in school. You feel me? Y'all blowing each other's jaws off. When I was in high school, we were just blowing each other. It was way different, man. Just blowing. God. Man. Well, that's going to end this episode of the Randy Savagery Show, guys. Make sure that you tune in. Also, if you get the chance, make sure that you like. Make sure that you share. Please make sure you subscribe. But if you don't like my content, then don't subscribe. Actually, if you don't like my content, fuck you. All right.